Why, hello there. Greetings, and welcome back to a small Let's Play of a game called Gyakken Kenji 2, Prosecutor's Path. I'm the Vine Path, a Sparkleborn princess, if you prefer, and it's very nice to meet all of you. And we're getting right back into the of things. The death of the bodyguard, Ethan Rook, and the arrival of Shelley the killer. A new development in this case has come to light. Under Knightley's direction, the door to the president's plane was opened. After the paramedics attending to Mr. Rook left, we set foot inside the plane, one by one. Oh my, where would the president be? Who knows? If he's just behind that door. Still a coward, you see. You think he'd just show himself in front of a hitman? Not a chance. Didn't I tell you already? My purpose here is simply to investigate the case. Well then, Mr. Prosecutor, we await your examination and report to you. Right. For now, I have no choice but to obey and continue the investigation. The rest is up to Detective Gumshoe. I'm counting on you. The attempted assassination of the president became the murder of a bodyguard. It looks like you could use some help, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I don't deny it, but... See? Exactly! If that's the case, then it can't be helped. It's linked to the Great Thief K Faraday. Right. So are you saying you can solve this case? Nope! You said it with such certainty. Instead, I'll stick to being your support. Right, let's get straight to the investigation. Gosh, Rose. I need to buy time for the police to prepare. I'll need to draw out this investigation for as long as I can. Alright, about let's go talk to Nicole. Yeah, with the sad detention center equivalent of Miles. Rather lamenting people. Hello, sir. Good night, May. Just a journalist. All I wanted was a scoop. Never killed nobody. Well, you still haven't told us why you concealed the pocket from us. Well, that's because I thought y'all would get suspicious. Is that really the only reason? You gotta believe me, Mr. Prosecutor. I didn't do nothing. I won't tell you not to worry, but there's no need to be overly frightened. If you truly are innocent, I swear I will prove it. Yeah, Mentor does believe in me. For the last time, Miss Swift, I am not your mentor. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Mr. Prosecutor, you'll always be my second mentor. That's not quite what I had meant. Let's show her a couple things. Wait. I need to present evidence, yeah. Suddenly, the prosecutor points the gun at the reporter. I have fear that this unlucky reporter will soon find herself at the bottom of the lake. You shouldn't talk like that. Save it for when you actually get shot. If I did get shot, I reckon I wouldn't be saying much at all. Not at all. I guess you have a point. The prosecutor presents a shiny pink badge and asks, how about a nice cold glass of water? Water. I said no such thing. Detective asks, how would you prefer some grape juice instead, pal? What are you talking about? I'm just getting ready for the real deal. My interrogation. Prosecutor Stone handles the interrogations. Tell that to Blackwell. And Nyata. Oh well. But just as Yas said, I was the one behind the recordings. But I've never... Say no more, Miss Swift. I'm on your side. You're right. Right. I'll pat down. I'm just a useless reporter. That's not what I meant. Even if you do not say a word, the evidence will speak for you. The truth is out there. All we have to do is reveal it. Mr. Prosecutor, I reckon I'm gonna use that as my next headline. I'm sure. Whatever turns her up. Against the prosecutor's stern glare and his unrelating questioning, I'm at a loss for words. I haven't even done anything yet. Apparently, Carly. Let's have a look at the crime scene, of course. I won't rest until I... Yeah, right. Let's have a look at this gaping blatant hole in his side. The bullet pierced his body just below his armpit. Unfortunately, it was hit in the area his bulletproof vest didn't cover. It really seemed like a well-aimed shot. The cause of death was most likely blood loss. The bleeding has stopped. The paramedics are called to treat Mr. Rook, right? I'm afraid they didn't make it in time. Seems so. Let's have a look at this gun in his hand. It seems the victim also carried a gun. Did he try to shoot something? He may have drawn it out instinctively to return fire. We need to check to see if the gun has fired any bullets. It's still fully loaded. There's no evidence of any shots being fired. This gun also is from Chang Park, right? Oh yeah. We're always issued the same model revolver. Alright, let's have a look at this case. This is a bulletproof attaché case. It's a tool bodyguards use to protect themselves from bullets. It can be seen in case photo. It seems Rook and I both had one. Ah, that's the scene I stole on film. On film. You didn't do anything illegal in taking this. Anywhere, anytime, I'm always in the mood to steal. You just want to use the word steal, didn't you? Have I been caught? What else was there to investigate here? The rest of the body, I guess. The victim is Ethan Rook. He was the president's bodyguard. After hearing the gunshots, he immediately evacuated the president into the plane. He gave up his life to fulfill his duties. Does this mean he'll receive a posthumous promotion? Okay. There's no need for forced comments. How do you know? Bodyguards don't follow that promotion system. Yeah, alright. I don't believe there's anything in particular here. That's his entire body. It's like this one right here. There's nothing about his tie. So I forget the hand. No, there's nothing else to be investigated right here. This is the socks. Nope. That's an interesting way to die on the hand. Nothing like his glasses or his mustache or his rather distinct body of hair. And the gas marks. I don't believe their importance. So I kind of just want to move a little bit along if I can. The internal and external views of the plane are being monitored by these monitors. The monitors are monitoring. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. I have to do it sometime, you know. What's this thing? Oh, that's the president's precious stuffed animal. I don't really get it, but some kind of keepsake. Don't touch it! Precious? That's unexpected. Hey, it kinda looks like there's been a break-in. Indeed, the area it stands on does not look unnatural. Are those glass shards underneath the stuffed animal? Is it natural in this space? Perhaps. Was there another monitor here? Okay, 9 points. Oh yeah, remember, I can skip this section because I've seen it before, I believe. I'm not gonna go through all of those, I'm sorry. Except maybe one of them. I already checked this area earlier, yeah. Not gonna go. There's a bit of dialogue I want to say. In this room. I got some pretty good tech. Is that so? I don't know much about these types of things. You'd even capture the fine lines around your eyes, Mr. Edgeworth. Oops, my bad. That's the usual wrinkles on your forehead. Okay, is that all you wanted to say? It's not usual and I still don't view the airplane. You must have wanted to know exactly when and where his and the enemies would attack. Well, against an opponent such as myself, it was all needless. Eh? You mean you can sneak into a plane without being seen by the security cameras? Yes, quite easily. How do you do it? Please teach me, Master. Okay, who are you calling Master? And what are you trying to get her to teach you? I'm sorry. Just as a great thief, I felt like I couldn't let this chance slip away. I'm terribly sorry, but it is against my policy to accept any students. I see. That's too bad. What do you mean, that's too bad? Shelly's not a good influence whatsoever. Next to Riot Shield, there's a canary in a cage. Aw, that's so cute. I want one to be my partner. Partner? Of course, it can help me open locks and do other odd jobs in the crime scene. A great thing should always use nature to our advantage. I've heard of canaries being used to detect poison gas. Don't tell me. A stir life preserver rests against the table. It is an essential life-saving tool. I suppose this is a precaution in case someone accidentally falls into the ocean. The ocean, huh? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, how about we go together sometime? And again, like just like in the previous game, there's that odd decision to leave things just standing and having so many things that could easily break. Hello. A strange decoration based off some strange animal staring at me with its strange eyes. There's a lemur on the statue. See? Right here on its butt. That would be most unforgivable. I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. That lemur most likely operates the trapdoor underneath my feet. Then the hatch is actually a pitfall trap. I hope you understand. It would be in your best interest not to pull that lever. When the killer talks about your best interest, it would be wise to do as he says. Are these some kind of official documents? I know it's a bit rude, but let's take a peek inside. This seems to be a security plan. This looks like the one we found earlier in a trash can. Yes, it does. But what's this? Something seems out of place. And now with this. Deduction. Take a look at this plan that we got. What's this? The details of the security plans were changed? Ah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I was right. It was changed yesterday. President's orders. Why the sudden change? Because 2 days ago, the killer attacked the president. He disguised himself as a bodyguard. Rook was the first to notice. He'd already gotten close to the president. Rook managed to stop him just in the nick of time. Rook grabbed his left arm and twisted it, and then he fired one bullet square into his left arm. What were you doing at that time, Mr. Knightley? I was. If I remember correctly, the first person I took out that day was you. Oops, was that a touchy subject? Shut up. So back then, your neck injury has yet to heal, and you've already forgotten. No, not you, not now. Since that day, I haven't been able to turn my head right. It sucks. To think that I would suffer an injury. Even Rook. You could say he was the most capable individual. Unlike this man here. What's so different about me and Rook? I believe you're about as different as a pawn and a queen. What? So you remember Rook's name because he was highly capable. Correct. While disguised as a bodyguard, I happened to hear his name. There is no way I could forget that name. Only a select few have ever been able to injure me. So this was the connection the killer was talking about. The security arrangements were changed so that the killer would not be able to sneak in as a bodyguard again. Only the president's two most trusted subordinates would accompany him on the stage. And George, me and Rook. It appears your positions were also changed. That's true. He's now the right side. Because I can't turn my head to the right. My position would change to the president's left side. In other words, I'll be relocated to the right side of the stage. Alright, let's have a look at this interesting vest right here. That's a heavy-looking vest. The president's clothes must be made from some special fabric. Indeed, it's to protect against bullets. Wow, it even does that? Naturally, this is a bulletproof vest, after all. Ah, so that's what it is. This is the first time I've seen one. You could have said something earlier. That really surprised me. Now, let's have a look at some interesting logic. It may have been here. Definitely. I think. It's been a while. Yep. 2 bullets were fired. We know that from the number of gunshots. One hit the steel submarine balloon, and the other took Rook's life. But did not one also hit the president's bulletproof vest? Right. It doesn't match up with the number of shots. However, there's one way to solve this. One way? The bullet that stole Rook's life pierced through his body, and then hit the vest. In other words, Rook and the president were hit by the same bullet. I see! That's right. It'd be dangerous if we hadn't worn the bulletproof vest. Is the president alright? Even while wearing a bulletproof vest, you can still get injured. Yeah, the bullet impacted so fracture your bones. But don't worry, he's fine. The president's trained himself like no other. Maybe the president didn't even need a bulletproof vest. Didn't even need a bulletproof vest. I think that's my conclusion. I'd like to examine the bullet. There's a term for the ballistic markings. Ballistic markings? What's that? Basically fingerprints. Ballistic markings are always left on a bullet. Each gun has a different marking. So if we examine the ballistic markings, we'll know which gun the bullet was fired from. You could say they're like a gun's fingerprints. I get it now. Let's investigate right away. I think that'd be difficult. The bullet was completely flattened when it hit the bulletproof vest. There's no way you could investigate the ballistic markings. What? I want to investigate them. I want to investigate them. Let's have a fair look at this. Like a running around, does it gun down here? Hasn't fired a single shot. But I think these two can be linked. Because notably, the gun that was found bears a remarkable resemblance to the models that Changfa guards were using. These two guns, they're the exact same model. These guns came from Changfa. Exactly. It's pretty simple. Looks like all our bodyguards were provided with guns from Changfa. Indeed. Are those guns rare? No, not particularly. They're not easy to obtain domestically, but it isn't impossible either. What? I thought there might be a treasure. Yes, it's unfortunate. Uh, Mr. Edward, are you talking about treasure? Not quite. If it was a rare model, it would have been easier to identify. Even evidence can become treasure. Hmm. I see. Even during investigations, you search for treasure. Well, I didn't quite say that. Okay, let's investigate. Where's the treasure? And suddenly she's motivated. Now then, I've grown wary of this investigation. Still no sign of Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Prosecutor, have you uncovered the truth yet? No, not yet. I see. In that case, would you like to speak with someone who is involved in the incident? Someone involved in the incident? You mean? Is there not one more witness? Just behind those doors? Of course, the President himself. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, please to be honest and summon the witness here. There's no chance in hell I'm letting that happen. You think you can just summon the President like a witness in court? Ha! Mr. President, I'm sure you're watching all this through your security cameras. Would you kindly grace us with your presence? That is, if you value your bodyguard's life. Come on, President. I see. Mr. President, what sort of man is in order to die on his behalf? Mr. President! Stop it! Take it easy! Hey! Still nothing. Come on, Detective Gumshoe. What? The lights. My apologies, Mr. Prosecutor, but I would try anything if I were you. It seems I am unable to reach the President, even if the night is light. Sorry, just get a little less private right now. Okay, the killer, you. However, I have already seen the truth. Where is he? I leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor. And Mr. Edwards.
Mr. Edwards!
Detective Gumshoe.
Mr. Edwards, sir!
And knocked out straight. Did I pass out?
Mr. Edwards! Thank goodness you're safe.
Mr. Edward, are you okay? Okay, what about you? I just woke up myself. My head's throbbing a bit, but it's no big deal. Detective Gumshoe, what happened to the killer?
Miss Swift came running out of the plane. She told us the killer made a run for it, but we were too late, sir. We heard from that bodyguard. That emergency lifeboat over there had been stolen. It's probably at the other side of the lake by now, sir.
Didn't you still have the park?
The police were all called back to surround the plane. Right now, there's no one guarding them. opposite shore. Sure.
But Mrs. succeeds in giving us a slip.
Sure seems that way, sir.
Mr. Prosecutor. Poor sniper. It seems you also had a narrow escape. Yeah, that sucked. The punk! Gosh. Sorry. Just... It's just a bit tiring. Oh well.
Come to think of it, we found this near where you fell, sir.
This is the killer's calling card.
Looks like a message from him.
That's interesting. He always leaves the card next to his victim's body.
But you're not dead, sir.
Perhaps this signifies something similar to a killing. Which reminds me. Fuck you! I hate you a lot. But it reminds me of the last thing he said still bothers me. However, I have already seen through it. I leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor. Clash my throat is bad. Really bad. Seen truth? What did I mean?
Yeah, it's safe now.
What was that?
The president will be making his entrance now.
The president. The president? And there he is. The big man himself. Oh well. This man is the president of Chengfa, Dijon Huang.
You are.
It is an honor to meet you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor.
I am Dijon Huang. I have heard of your deeds. You saved my country from great crisis.
Is you referring to the Atagarasu case? I was simply solving a murder, nothing more.
Such modesty. I have been observing your investigation. An astounding performance, despite allowing the killer to get away.
Thank you very much. So he was watching through the security cameras.
However, I regret that it ends here.
What do you mean?
Heed my words, foolish prosecutor. You should have already been informed. By nightly, this investigation will be handed over to the esteemed breeze of the Chengfa.
Now that the killer is gone, they intend to take up the investigation.
Hey pal, what are you doing? And what's with that attitude? It's because of the killer and Mr. Edward that...
Enough, detective. Mr. President, I cannot agree to this. Why must this investigation be handed over to your country's police? Your country's police.
Why, you say? Know your place, puny prosecutor. Must I explain my actions? Nay, I think not. You shall hand over all the evidence you found so far and leave this plane at once.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, be a good boy and do as you're told. Kill him not, thank you very much. I cannot resist any longer. Poor Reggie. And Shipazoo. I don't even know what I'm talking about. All the evidence handed over tonight. Why? Why would he allow me to investigate this case any further?
Now then, would you kindly take your leave? Nightly, place the suspect under firm restraint.
I'm on it, Mr. President.
An attempt on my life. The murder of my subordinate. Such evil. Such sin.
I didn't kill nobody. I swear.
Shut your trap, lady. You dare question me. You dare stain this world with deceit. Should we pardon this sin? Nay, absolutely not. It is most unforgivable. My reasons being...
There's no mistake. The person is hiding something. If I turn back now, the truth will be lost forever.
Mr. Edworth!
Mr. Edward, is there nothing you can do? Time for that wonderful game you love so much. I remember the countless times I faced this dilemma in the courtroom. The lies of the witness, the rebuttals of the defense. I did not always have the evidence to counter them. Nonetheless, I was still able to draw out the truth from them. That's right. My words alone are my weapons. Now then, let's analyze the situation.
Leave this place at once. This is a direct order from the President himself.
He's not even listening. Any rebels I give, he cuts off. When he has that forceful attitude, I'll need to watch the situation carefully. My opponent is the president of Chain Fa. I don't think I'll show any weakness easily. His words may be overbearing, but I need not be intimidated. If I observe his behavior closely, I should be able to read his emotions. First, I'll start by asking about his reasons for taking over the investigation. Now, let's begin. A good opening line will put me at an advantage. So, I can play to win, as best as I can recall. I'd like you to explain your reasons for depriving us of your right to investigate, our right to investigate.
Impudent fool! Hold your tongue! There's no reason. That should be enough of an explanation for you.
I don't have enough clues to receive this line of questioning. Yeah, right, okay. Let me try another line of attack. Please, allow me to confirm something about the investigation.
Nay, I don't recall granting you permission to speak.
Wait and see. No reason to push on. He's just gonna push back.
I am the President of Chain Fa. You shall not talk back to me.
I'm not talking back. I'm simply asking for confirmation. This investigation will be taken over by the police of your country. Is that correct?
Exactly. That is what I would say. Restrain yourself from making any more unnecessary comments. That's enough. Being on this plane is tantamount to being on my country's soil. You cannot do as you please.
This plane. Is there something significant about this place? I should remember this clue. Now I have a clue. Perhaps the clue will be useful here. Gathering from what you've said so far, does that forceful attitude of yours have some connection to this place?
You insolent!
Earlier, you said that being on this plane is like being on your country's soil. From those words, I was able to deduce the answer, namely, that is, you wish to claim extraterritorial rights inside this plane. Am I correct?
That's enough! I shall brook no insolence.
Let's keep on headstrong while we have an opening. Your words are forceful, but I cannot overlook them. The moment I mentioned extraterritorial rights, your face grew pale.
In light of your brazen courage, I shall grant you an answer. That's right, I am claiming extraterritorial rights inside his plane. However, what does that change? You are still powerless. There is nothing you can do about it.
I see. Under the national law, the plane will be considered part of Chain Fa. How convenient. If he wishes to stake his claim, then I shall question its validity. Next round. Round 2. Time for knockout. The next move will decide the outcome. The knockout round, rather. Maybe the president, but there is a hole in its logic. Let me break it wide open. I challenge the validity of your claim to extraterritorial rights.
Do you truly understand what it is you're saying?
Of course, and I stand by it.
You dared have my words. You have no shame. Such irredeemable ignorance. It troubles me greatly. Greatly.
There is no need to worry. I do not need to be saved. It is Miss Swift whom I wish to save from these false charges that you have led against her.
I admire your tenacity. However, your wish is unattainable. The extraterritoriality laws are unshakable. This plane is Chengba territory.
I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Okay. Permit me to say this. Don't you feel like your actions are too forceful?
Who asked for your opinion? All you need to do is obey. Force was the wrong. It is authority. Leadership.
So you arrested Miss Swift because you felt you had the authority to do so?
Yes, that will is a criminal. There is no room for dispute.
Still not an opening.
The shooting took place outside the plane. Only she could have done it.
That's it. The shooting occurred outside the plane. This could be a very important clue. And right off the bat, and now, let me break it wide open to borrow his words. It's time to use that clue. Indeed, I do not question your extraterritorial rights inside this plane. However, you just claim that the shooting took place outside the plane. Yes, if it didn't happen inside the plane, extraterritorial right laws do not apply. Your claim has fallen apart. Miss Swift's arrest is invalid.
Impossible. Because if I'm a prosecutor, I am the president.
Sorry. Checkmate, Mr. President. Try my best. Hello. Mr. President, will you allow us to continue with our investigation?
No. I yield. I will allow it. My heart is generous. My heart is tolerant and merciful. Therefore, as such, certainly thus we shall. It is our duty, for our most noble cause, gentlemen. Now is the time. I, the president of Qingba, for the sake of the investigation.
This guy sure likes beating around the bush. Knightley, we have received the President's permission. Could you return our evidence? Here. I return all of the evidence. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth! Indeed. Now we're going to see the investigation. It's funny how happy you are just because I gave you precious pieces back. Now let's see how well you use them. Pay attention then. Here is my next move. Mr. President, may I make one more request of you? Would you please testify about the moment of the incident?
Testify? Hey, hold on a sec. That's your next move? Is that sort of thing you lead to courts?
Naturally, it's a courtroom procedure. However, I'd still like to hear what he has to say. If he refuses to cooperate with the investigation, you will have to give a clear reason.
That
Is there something wrong?
Knightley, stand down. I shall grant the honourable prosecutor's request.
I thank you for your cooperation.
Now, heed my words.
However, the testimony of the President of Qingba. That's gonna be fun. But that will have to wait for another time. We should meet again. In another game perhaps. Until then, humans, fairies, and yokai.